Good evening or good night. It's 10 o'clock. I should have started the stream earlier because I'm really, really tired, honestly. Welcome to AW here in Water. What's up, guys? Hope you're all doing good tonight. I really hope you're all doing good. No, I know. If you're wondering why I did do a stream, I felt like not doing a stream. I might cut back a little bit on streams. To be honest with you, I might cut back. I don't know how much I'm going to cut back, but I might cut back. I'll let you all know. Please, if you're new here, make sure subscribe, and comment below. We're going to talk about the Penguin once again and John Campea's reaction. I honestly watched this already with John Campea. I watched this and I felt like let's go over it with you guys. Okay, let's go over his video with you guys. But I saw it already, and he doesn't say anything crazy. It's not one of his. This is not one of his top segments where you're gonna find something ridiculous. And I'd like to say hi to the chat first before I get the camper on here. Let's say hi. I saw Blinded. I think he was joking. I saw Red. I did see Patrick, and there's George. And I'll let you know, I'm gonna be tired tonight too, man. Like, in a good tired kind of way, honestly. But man, yeah, come watch my stream, guys. Please. I really do hope you come and watch. Make sure to like, please. Leave a like. All right. I love the Penguin Show. If you want to watch my reaction to it, my review on the first episode, check it out. I did on Thursday. I'll be doing one next week, next Sunday. Another post show for the Penguin, episode 2 and 4, and so on forward to the end of the series. And I did make a playlist, so if you want to check out my playlist for the Penguin, go check it out. It's only one episode, and I also made a playlist for Agatha. So if you want to check out my Agatha review, check it out. Check it out on my channel. It's also just one. It's just one video streaming video for Agatha 2 on my playlist. So just so next week you'll see another Agatha stream and another Penguin stream in that playlist if you want to check them out. Okay. You know what? I don't think I finished. Okay. There's the title right here. Okay, sorry. The title right here, man. All right. All right, let's get into the camper. No, shit. Nobody voted on that. Oh my god. Okay, whatever. Let's get with the camper, guys. Let's get with the camper. I don't think there's gonna be a lot of people watching tonight, honestly. Now this is just one video, and it's 15 minutes long. Yeah, I think it's actually a very long video. 15 minutes. I believe it's 15 minutes. I know that's the picture. That's the pick I stopped it on. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Yes. So let's get into it. I don't know if Blinded is in the chat. I don't know if it's free or not. Um, all right. Want to get to it? Okay. Let's see what the man has to say. Okay. I'll give you my opinion first. Then we'll talk. And then 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. 2 minutes thoughts here. I like the show. I love the show. I liked it better than Agatha. The first episode, I thought it was better than Agatha. And and the scores are proving it's better than Agatha. But, but as from reviews or not, but step from that aside, I like the show better. I like the tone, the characters. I love the acting portrayal of Colin Farrell and Christina Miliani, if that's her name. I like the two great. It was awesome. The performances for first episode. I like the show better, right? Is it the best comic book show? Well, I can't say. Ever? I can't say. He thinks it might be on his way there. I'll say that. He thinks it might be on the way there. But for me, I can't say. It's only been one episode. And it's already better than most of the Marvel shows. I'll say that. But let's get to his thoughts, man. Okay.
Long debuted the other night, and I was pleasantly surprised by it.
Yeah,
It's fun.
Yeah, it's actually pretty damn solid, which is really nice considering how much Disney Plus shows have disappointed me so thoroughly lately. But this was pretty solid, and I remember, and I said, man, hopefully the Penguin is going to be good too, because that'll be 2 days in a row I get to watch Agatha and Penguin. Please be good. And we heard great things about the Penguin, and I loved Colin Farrell in the Batman.
Remember the reviews came out a week before, and the audience score was a little lower than the critics. I'll check it right now on Rotten Tomatoes. The audience score is still basically 89%. Audience score So the thing is, okay, when it came out a week ago, when reviews came out from the critics, it was a 90%. When the show came out, premiered for everybody, for the public, the critic score ran up to 94%, and the audience score right now is 89%. And that's actually, what's the Batman? The Batman's at 87%. So this is actually right now doing better than the Batman. Okay? Right now. But we got to remember the difference between the Batman in this show, that this is a TV show, so there's 7 more episodes left. The Batman was a 2-hour movie, 2 to 3 hour movie, 2 minutes and 45, 2 hours and 45-minute movie. So that's the difference, right? You got to take that into consideration. So with this, obviously it could drop. There's always a possibility. Always.
This show rules.
Oh, he's salivating. He's in love with the show. This show rules. This show rules. Oh my god. Of course you would say that, right? So far rules. I'll say that. So far rules. It's a TV show.
This show is so good. And we're only an hour and 5 minutes into it.
Yeah. So the show, this show, the show, their episodes are about an hour long. About an hour long. I guarantee you, I agree. I guarantee you, I agree. You'll probably say the same thing about Daredevil. But I still think the show could be better than Daredevil, only because Daredevil, let's be frank, George, it's still Disney. It's still Disney. It's still Marvel. This has the benefit of being HBO. That's the difference, right? That's the difference between DC and Marvel. They have the DC has the benefit of HBO, and Marvel has their benefit of Disney Plus. And I'm kind of laughing a little bit because it's true. It's true. I think you'll say the same thing about Daredevil. Daredevil should be like this. I mean, not from the villain point of view, obviously, but from a gritty Hell's Kitchen point of view, from his side of view. But I don't think Daredevil should be the tone of Daredevil should be inspired by the tone of the Batman. Honestly,
I, first of all, I there's a scene in the trailers where you see Oz just sitting casually in a chair and just pulls out a gun and shoots a guy like 5 times.
he wasn't It wasn't casual, bro. That wasn't really casual. But yeah, that was a great scene. I mean, they ready Alberto Falcone already. Alberto Falcone's role in this game is to be a hook for Sophia Falcone to want to kill Oz. And at least in the first episode, right? And let me do something briefly. All right. I gotta look for something. Don't worry, I'll be right back. There we go. I found it. And yeah, and he's gonna describe that scene right now.
Yeah, that's in the opening episode.
Yeah, that's in the opening. That's
And when it happened,
not just the opening episode, but the opening 10 minutes. 10 minutes of the episode. The opening 10 minutes of the episode, that scene happens. Literally, right at the beginning. Right at the beginning. Like, just wait 10 minutes. Alberto Falcone's been wasted. Okay? There, he's gone. Alberto Falcone dead. Dead! Alright. Let's continue! And if you know the comics, Alberto Falcone is the holiday killer, right? In the Long Halloween. But not in this case. No, no holiday killer. We know Sophia Falcone was formerly, and I'm gonna invite people on too, man. I'm gonna invite people on. I got time. Like this is not. This could be actually a pretty decent stream. I want to see if Degrassi wants to come on too. If he, I don't think he's in the chat, but whatever. But Sophia Falcone, yeah, is the more and it's been confirmed to be a serial killer. That's why she's an Arkham in this show.
I was shocked. I was like, wait a minute, what? This soon? How good is Colin Farrell?
Yeah. As soon as that scene
Yeah.
hit, where I'm like, there's the tone.
Colin Farrell is so damn good as the Penguin. Oh my god, he's so damn good. So, all right. Oh, I do want to tackle Eric July though tomorrow. Actually, oh, you want me? What's the? Yeah, you know what? Thank you, George. That's a good reminder. Thank you. I'm gonna pause for a minute. What's the timestamp on this? That's a good 118. I'll be right back. That see, I don't know. I have this talent. I have this talent for some reason on my streams when I'm watching Cappy or Grace Randolph. Every time I want to stop and talk about something, I always manage to get the best reaction. You know what? I'm gonna make that my thumbnail. I'm gonna change this my thumbnail, guys. I'm gonna edit it as my thumbnail. Why can't I make that my thumbnail? I'll be right back. There we go. My new thumbnail. Oh, now I'm gonna go back. Thank you, George. Thank you for reminding me. That's actually a pretty good pick.
No, because like
Dude,
the look on his face just was so hilarious to me. Because like I was
George,
finishing up my because I eat chocolate chip cereal at night sometimes, and I'm like looking at him like, good lord, like the look on his face, like that's thumbnail gold right there.
I have this like Blind even tells me this. I have this talent when I stop on Campea. I have this talent to stop every time when he's making a weird face. Like,
Well, it's not just with Campea. Like whenever Grace is making a weird face, you pause at the right moment.
I know. I
It's
don't do
like-
it on purpose either. I'm like,
No,
I'm not
but,
like
but
going
it's
for
like
it.
you know how to capture like the facial expression. Like
I
you and I think Max are the best at capturing the facial reactions of certain YouTubers.
No, but when,
Like
when I'm
pausing
doing it
them
live,
at the right moment.
I don't like I'm like not thinking about it. But I just ends up happening. But when I do it, when I'm looking for a video when I'm looking for a stream to talk about Campea Grace, I purposely look for the best facial reaction, right? Stuff like that. But when I'm doing it live, I'm not looking for it. Honestly, I'm not. It just happens. It just happens. I managed to stop on a ridiculous snapshot, a ridiculous face or whatever. But this is. Thank you for reminding me. I think it's my new thumbnail. I think I changed it as my thumbnail. Yeah, hopefully it did change.
Well, I mean, like you can also use it for like other videos whenever like depending on how Campea acts about something.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, this is not going to be a ridiculous going over Campea because, I mean, I love the show too, and when I watched this video, it's nothing ridiculous he said. Honestly, in this.
No, it's not that's ridiculous. It's just like I know what like I can see him doing the same thing next year when Daredevil Born Again comes out and if the show's good, he'll say it's the best thing ever. He does this all the time. It's like there's always a new best thing ever for this guy.
If Daredevil, I think Daredevil should take some inspiration from this show, the tone, stuff like that.
I think it will.
Yeah, see that could make the best Marvel show. Because this is better than any Marvel show. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. It is.
I know it's one episode, George, right? But like, it's better than all of them. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, like the first episode, it's like, look, like this is obviously like the mobster genre is so good that people people don't realize how good mobster genre is. Even if this wasn't forget the fact that this is tied into the Batman universe. I'm sorry, people who complain about mobster movies or mobster shows like being so formulaic. I'm sorry, they're good stuff. It's like there's a reason why there used to be so many of them back in the day because they're so damn good, and the Penguin is no exception.
The closest thing we got to mobsters in Marvel is the pants mafia, like as a joke. Remember Hawkeye? Like, what the hell?
Like the thing is, like when people want serious projects, there's stuff like the Penguin out. And look, I'm sorry, you can have good mobster stuff without Martin Scorsese as well, because everyone says, "Oh, you can only do it if
there's a lot of inspiration from past mobster adaptations, like Tony Soprano. There's a lot like.
Oh yeah, I see it like right there, like.
And I'm sorry, but like, this is the benefit DC has over Disney, HBO. HBO arguably makes the best streaming shows.
Well, HBO like has always like perfected, I think, television or shows.
Except for CW.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Peacemaker was better than most, if not all, the Disney Plus Marvel shows.
Peacemaker is like it's the highest rated DC live show right now. It's really high in the 90s.
I mean, outside of Loki, Peacemaker is better than any other Marvel Disney Plus show. I mean, if you want to make the case for Loki, okay, we can make the case for Loki because I'll be honest, I did enjoy Loki slightly more than Peacemaker personally, but you can't tell me that like all the other Marvel shows, any of the other Marvel shows are better than Peacemaker.
And the Marvel shows, most of the Marvel shows, even the ones I don't like, are very highly rated on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, see, the thing is, it's like people assume because most Marvel projects outside of like a few are rated high on Rotten Tomatoes, they're all good. That's not the case. Isn't Ant-Man and the Wasp rated higher on Rotten Tomatoes?
Well, the movies is different. I mean, the lowest.
But no, I'm talking about just in general when it comes to Marvel. It's just like Ant-Man and the Wasp is rated higher than Deadpool, Wolverine, and Infinity War on Rotten Tomatoes, and no one's saying that Ant-Man and the Wasp is better than those movies.
No. Like, exactly.
If you are, maybe you need to get your head examined. But
so I think.
Hey, look, I'm not saying trust Rotten Tomatoes scores because Rotten Tomatoes can be wrong at times. There's the movies that have low fresh ratings or rotten ratings that I like.
Agatha in the Penguin, the Rotten Tomatoes to the audience score, the comparables are very closely together. So the audience and the critics kind of do agree on both of these shows. There's the Agatha is closer to each other, like 80 to 81, but Penguin's 94 to 89. Critics 94 and Penguin 89. So and it's higher than the Batman for both. Batman's in the 80s, like high 80s, 80, right? But this is higher than Batman right now.
But I
But
mean,
we gotta
also,
remember-
I feel like television. Well, here's the, I don't review television shows, but I feel like reviewers approach television differently than movies.
Yeah, we gotta remember, George, right? This is a television show, so as I said, yeah, this is higher Rotten Tomato scores than the Batman. Batman's a movie. We haven't seen a full show, right? It could drop, it could go higher. Batman's the same. It's the same for 2 years, so you can't really use that first week of the Penguin as a comparison to the Batman.
But again,
Right?
like my thing with Rotten Tomatoes is like again the scores. As far as I know, the scores are always done based on how many critics give it a positive review. So obviously, as of right now, more critics are positive on the show than they were on the
yeah.
Batman. But here's the thing: there's a good chance that a lot of the positive ratings for something could be like 6 out of 10s or 7 out of 10s. You know, for some reviewers, if they go by letter grade, their lowest positive grade is a C plus. Not that obviously the Penguin's way better than those scores as of right now, but
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying you got to keep in mind that let's say like Ant-Man and the Wasp, like how many of those positive reviews of Ant-Man and the Wasp were like 7 out of 10s or 6 out of 10s or B minuses and C pluses versus with Infinity War the many 8 or 9 out of 10s that movie still got with its positive reviews, or the amount of A's, A minuses, maybe A pluses that the movie got.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what people gotta like keep in mind. Like a movie that has, let's see, I know The Wizard of Oz used to have a 100 on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it went down to a 98, 99. But think of like all the reviews for Wizard of Oz, even when it was at 100%. Does that mean every critic thought it was an A plus 10 out of 10 movie? There's probably some critics that gave it an 8 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10.
Oh, there sure is.
So I feel like when it comes to the Rotten Tomatoes scoring thing, and this used to drive me insane way before people used to make a big deal about Rotten Tomatoes. I feel like Rotten Tomatoes became such a big deal, like 2016 when BVS came out, because it had a really low score.
Oh yeah, discussion.
Like
film
I
uses it
feel
all
like
the time.
I've noticed the flaws with Rotten Tomatoes way before BVS and like DCEU and all that.
Yo, this discussion film uses Rotten Tomatoes score all the time, all the time. Like,
I mean, obviously, if something gets a lot of positive reviews, that's a good thing. But I'm just saying that people got to make up their own opinion on stuff.
yeah, yeah. So you came in. You came in during the. So you didn't come in far. Only mid 18 in. So that's good. That's good. Let's see. Let's get to this.
We're gonna have a special.
We're in it.
Drinking out of what's that cup called? Tipsy cup, whatever it's called.
Yo, that guy is so red in the face.
You still, my God!
Oh my gosh, yo, and he's got some gray in his beard.
I know he lives in California, but really does it like in LA. I know it's boiling in LA, but like really,
That's
like
more facial hair than Campea.
does he live in a
dream of.
sauna? Does he live like in a sauna or something?
Yo, I have no idea. Yo, he got more facial hair on his face than Campea ever had in his life.
Did Campea ever have facial hair?
That's what I mean. Like, I think the guy Campea's looked the same for the last.
John Campea have an evil mustache. You know those evil
Yo,
mustaches? You know.
Campea's looked the same for the last 15 years. Like, remember, like
Yeah.
15 years ago when he did like his racist Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen video? He still looks the same from that. Like, and he was like in his like mid to late 30s. Now he's in his early 50s. He looks the same for the last 15 years.
Oh, by the way, thank you, Batman, for supporting us like that.
Yeah, and the whole
Batman
oh my
supporting
god, the Batman sent
Yeah,
in
like
like a
Batman would be
50
a fan of Campea. Yeah, right. Like, this show sucks.
Could you imagine if it was like a Robert Pattinson burner account?
Ah. Yo, you think any no, I don't know if Degrassi is here. I was gonna ask them if Degrassi is here. I don't know about you, George, but especially with Degrassi, I would ask him if he thinks any celebrity does watch John Campea or like Grace Randolph, like or watch whether they
here's the
watch a
thing.
blog
Well, here's the
or their
thing.
videos.
They obviously are aware that these people exist.
Oh, they're aware.
I mean,
Yeah.
for goodness sake, Jessica Chastain, without mentioning Grace's name, acknowledged her. You don't think at
Yeah.
a certain point that someone that knows Jessica Chastain didn't show her at least
I-
one video of Grace Randolph insulting
Kevin,
her?
Kevin Feige knows who John Campea is. I could tell, and that's a fact. That's a fact. Kevin Feige knows who John Campea is.
I mean, here's the thing. There's people in the industry that know who the Phantom Menace are. So, look, if people know who the Phantom Menace are, they're going to know who Campea and Grace are. Wasn't Grace Randolph in, like, Zombieland Double Tap?
The second one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like she was, like, interviewing Bill Murray, like, at the beginning of the zombie apocalypse in that universe.
How did she get in that? Oh my god.
Yeah.
She's probably so happy to act beside with Emma Stone.
Well, I was with Emma Stone, Woody Harrelson, Jesse Eisenberg, Rosario Dawson.
Rosario Dawson. Who's the guy? Who's the guy from Silicon Valley, right? He was in it too.
I think so. It's been a while since I've seen Double Tap. I gotta rewatch the Zombieland movies. It's been ages since I've seen both movies.
Yeah.
$50 chat tip. Thank you,
wow.
Batman, for supporting us on that level, man. It's incredibly
How many
generous
Batman
of you.
give you? How much about
And the whole oh my god, the
$50. That's it.
Actually, you know what? I just saw something. You know what series I can see both Grace Randolph and John Campea appearing in? I can see them appearing in one of Kevin Smith's View Askew Universe movies. Like I can see them, like, if he does another, I think he is doing another Jay and Silent Bob movie.
Yeah.
I can see him having one or both of them in there talking about like a new Bloodman and Chronic movie. Because you know how this Jay and Silent Bob movies, it's always centered around stopping the next Bloodman and Chronic movie.
Yeah.
I can literally see him like paying like Grace Randolph to go on about Bloodman and Chronic were inspired by two stoners, or like John Campea saying like the remake of Bloodman and Chronic was deemed woke by the haters because in Silent Bob reboot,
I can see.
yeah, like they recast one of the characters as a female.
I can see him doing that.
So like I can see Kevin Smith
sent in
doing
like
that.
a $50
Yeah.
chat tip. Thank you,
wow.
Batman,
That's
for
cheap.
supporting us on that level, man.
Batman, we know your secret is Bruce Wayne. You get $50.
Yo,
even if
people didn't know that Bruce Wayne's Batman, you assume it's going to be someone that's rich being Batman.
yeah, who? I mean, with that kind of a technology, right? Like with the kind of the tools he uses, the weapons. I mean, like you can't be poor and use that unless you work for someone. Yeah,
It's incredibly generous of you. And for spurring the
but like even if you're not a huge comic book fan, if you're not into comic books or superheroes, everybody knows Batman's brain. It's like the one. You think the one character.
Just like how everyone knows that Peter Parker's Spider-Man.
Yeah, those two. Yeah, and Clark Kent and Superman. That's it. Everybody knows who those guys are. Even if you're not a comic book or like a huge superhero fan or a movie fan, you all know who that is.
Penguin show, because the show starts basically with like a 45-second montage,
Yeah.
basically summarizing the events of the Batman
So
movie.
well done.
Montage.
Because this show picks up right in the aftermath of that, of
Yeah.
what happens at the end of the Batman, and they even mention that. And
You just see Penguin looking out into the flooded city of Gotham.
That's still good cinematography right there.
Yeah, and then you see like the newscasters and all. And you see what's good about that. You see like how Gotham has been affected, looting and all this, the damage of Gotham. You see the looters and all of that, all the chaos, right, from the flood.
It's also a good build-up for the Batman too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It starts with that music.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, it has that awesome Batman music right at the beginning
You know
of
what I like about this show too? The tone is exactly the same from the Batman. It's like it didn't like right. It's like exactly the same. Exactly the same.
it, and it flows into it, and it just felt so organic, and it felt so natural. And I've seen a few of the bigger outlets saying, like, I saw one on Slate saying, like, the Penguin isn't fooling anybody. This isn't a comic book show. This is a gangster show. They're not wrong.
Yep.
Like, other than the fact that they directly reference Batman and all that kind of stuff in it, and Arkham and all that kind of stuff. If you had just
Okay. Think about comics. You have to understand. Like George, people have this problem with comics. Comics superhero. But there's genres within comics, right? There's space, there's time travel, there's supernatural.
Doctor
there's
Strange is fantasy.
Exactly, there's fantasy. In this case, there is crime, mafia, okay?
Well, the thing is like Batman's always been a crime mystery
Yes.
series. Like he's called the world's greatest detective for a reason.
And he first started off as somebody who takes on the corruption of Gotham. That's why there's the mob or the corrupt, police, politicians. It's still a comic book, man. Why can't a comic book show be? Why can't it? It's a crime show, yeah.
Here's the thing that I noticed with Batman. This is actually something that I've noticed since the Nolan movies, because the Nolan movies, Batman was very hands-on fighting, like combat like style.
Yeah.
Like and all that, like learning from like the League of Shadows. Everyone's got this misconception that Batman's got to be a ninja, like he's got to like fight, like and like also because like the Batman Arkham games, like the fighting styles in those games are so iconic. It's like this misconception that Batman he just fights like a ninja. It's like no, Batman's also a detective. He does detective work. He does forensics work.
Yeah,
He
Batman
solves
is like
crime.
Batman's world greatest detective. Yeah, he can do all of that, like all the fighting. Yeah, he's trained around the world to fight.
Because it's like as much as I love the Nolan movies, we only really see him a couple times to really do detective work.
We really don't see that much in the Batman stuff at all, except in the cartoon. I mean, we see the Batman animated series where he does some detective work.
Zack Snyder obviously has forgot Batman was a detective, but.
Yeah, Batman. Like he's Bruce Wayne has always been.
But that's what I really liked about the Batman, like Matt Reeves' Batman, is that Batman is a detective. He feels like a detective.
The Cape Crusader show. He's a detective too.
I remember it was Detective Comics he first appeared in.
Well, yeah.
It's in the name, Detective Comics.
Don't get me wrong. He's probably aware what's happening in the Penguin, all that. He knows what's going on. He's not stupid. Just because he may not be in it, it's not like he's forgot. It's not like he's not aware of it. Batman is aware of what's going to happen in this show. Okay? Because Batman's always aware.
Batman always knows. Listen, I made the joke before. If Batman was in the MCU, Doctor Strange's spell wouldn't work on him. He'd still figure out that Spider-Man's Peter Parker.
Yeah, because Batman's like that. He knows people's secret identities, and they're shocked. Like Peter Parker, you know how Peter Parker reveals identity to Doctor Strange? Just by taking off his mask. Oh, we're going to say our identities now? Remember in Infinity War? And we're in that Thanos ship? That's the round ship. And he's like, well, we're going to call each other by our actual names now. So he just comes, takes off his mask, and Doctor Strange says, I'm Peter Parker. Batman would be like, you're Peter Parker.
Yeah, Spider-Man would have his mask on and be like, Parker? And be like, no one takes crazy. And he'd be like, no one takes crazy. No normal person can take those crazy pictures. I'm sorry, like literally Batman I think would make everyone look dumb.
In the MCU? Like,
well, not just in the MCU, like I think in any universe.
Yeah.
Changed a couple of the names. This just feels like the next great HBO crime family movie show. And let me mention that first. It's HBO. And HBO.
These two. They should be nominated for Emmys right now, next year. Oh my God, Sophia Falco scares the shit out of me. I know Agatha's a witch and she can put spells and all that shit on you, curses. This girl scares me
Well,
more
here's
than
the thing. Here's the thing. Like, there are actually people in real life that are like Sophia.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Here's the thing. Realistic villains to me are more terrifying than supernatural powerful villains because it's like we actually like these realistic villains actually exist in real life.
Yeah, because she's not.
Like here's
she's
the
not
thing.
a-
Here's the
she's
thing.
not, she's not a super villain, right? She's not somebody like the typical Batman's woke guys where they dress up, right? She's just like
Like
a crazy mobster's daughter trying to take control.
like there may not be someone as horribly scarred as Penguin in real
Well-
life, but there are people with Penguin's mentality, power, and influence out there.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
I live in New York City. The Staten Island used to be home to a bunch of mobsters. I
This is
actually
very- This is very inspired by New York mobsters.
that's what I mean. It's like, you know, we used to have we have mobster families in Staten Island.
Yeah,
I actually took
I
a
know
bus
about
through the mobster neighborhood one time. It was actually pretty cool.
you see the Falcones there? I'm kidding.
You know, I mean, I think I drove by a house that was the same place they filmed The Godfather.
Nice.
I don't know. The gate looks different, so I gotta check. I'm like, one of these days, I just want to go on a walking trip around there. Hopefully, dodge any bullets. Although I don't think there's any mob shootings on that hill anymore.
That'd be hilarious.
Killed it. I mean, HBO Max absolutely crushed it. Colin Farrell absolutely crushes it.
I'm convinced now.
The girl.
I'm convinced now, George. You're gonna DC Studios. You're gonna give Matt Reeves another show, or it's gonna be part of his universe. I mean, they're already talking about it, right? They're already looking for other ideas. I think they're gonna get it.
Oh, they probably will. They definitely will.
How could Blind not like this show? Is he nuts? Blind said he didn't like this.
I
Girl who
enjoy it.
plays.
Like the thing is, like watching it, it's just.
Blind, if you're
it
watching
made me-
this, I'm sorry, but the acting in this show is better than Last of Us acting.
Here's the thing. I feel like maybe because I have fallen in love with the mobster genre since during COVID when I watched Goodfellas for the first time, and like just watching other stuff like Casino. It's just there's something enticing about like
This
sneaky evil.
this is
Like
the same.
that's what I would
actress.
call it.
Did
Sneaky
you watch How I
evil.
Met Your Mother, George?
Wait, what show?
How I Met Your Mother, right? You know.
Oh, I used to love watching that show.
This is the
Yo,
same
that's the show.
actress who-
That's the
this is-
show that gave birth to Cobra Kai.
Yeah, this is the actress who played the mother, right? Supposedly the mother at the
I
end.
thought she looked familiar.
Yeah, the sweet
Yo,
mother
that's
at the end.
that sweet mother on How I Met Your Mother.
Psycho.
That sweet girl, and now she's played this twisted psycho woman. But that tells you about the acting range of people.
Mhm.
It's like what I said about Michael Keaton when we talked about Beetlejuice. Michael Keaton's got so much range.
You need a lot of range to play Batman.
Because
I mean,
here's the thing, you will fall into this trap of being typecasted.
no.
You don't want to fall into
Sophia
Falcone.
Falcone.
Kristen Milioti.
that.
She's the best.
She freaked the living fuck out of me every moment.
Oh my God, yes, I think
Oh,
especially-
he dropped the F-bomb.
Oh, she was scaring me like the girl. Like just looking at her, I'm like, oh my God.
No,
this
the
girl's
way,
gonna-
like, here's the thing. When you look into someone's eyes in real life and you see a crazed look in their eye, that's when you kind of know
he was
something's
afraid the
not
whole
right.
time. Right?
Like, here's the thing. I'm always like, I'm one of those people that sometimes is scared to make eye contact with people just because I don't know what look in your eye I'm gonna see.
Yeah, this. Oh my God! Like from the beginning, she introduced herself in at the home, right? Right behind Oz. When Oz is getting talking to by the heads by Johnny V, the other guy. And he was talking, and you just see her from behind, and you can see how frightened she was, right? Like now fighting she is, and it's like she doesn't really trust Oz and all that, and it's just like this scene right here, like oh my god. Then especially the ending, where it's like this woman was falling off the rails again. This woman is not cured, man. I don't know how she got out of Arkham, but she's not cured.
Well, I might be jumping the shark, but you know, like the scene where like they strip the penguin.
Oh
like,
yeah,
he's tied to
yeah.
the chair. You know, like
Don't worry, there's spoilers
that's
allowed
like.
here, George. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, we can do
Don't worry.
spoilers.
Yeah, there's spoilers allowed.
Okay,
Here.
yeah, it's like I don't know if you ever seen Casino Royale, the best James Bond movie ever made, like the 2006 movie with like I don't know if you remember that scene where they strip James Bond and like he's like tied to a chair and they're like hitting him in the you know what's. You still able to have kids later on in the series, but like that's the vibe that it gave me, and I was like, honestly, this feels like I thought it was gonna be more terrifying than the Casino Royale scene because of how crazy this woman is.
This show is bloody too, and it's like it's not it's rated R. It's mature because the Batman was 14, right? Rated 14. It wasn't PG-13. But this show, they said the effort a couple of times. They show a boob. They show right. Remember the prostitutes, right? They show a drag queen, I think, too, and one of them popped a boob, right? They showed like this. I'm like, Willie, man, I didn't think they would go rated R. I thought they stayed at the TV.
I mean, to be fair, there's also been PG-13 and even some PG stuff that showed hookers and prostitutes.
But this shows like because we know.
But no, the other stuff you're right about. The other stuff you're 100% right about.
Yeah, because George, in the Batman, they took it a little bit like farther with the rating a little bit, but this show went far beyond the Batman. Went farther than the Batman did. It's just crazy because some of the kill. I mean, they showed a guy getting crap. They showed a guy getting run over by a school bus.
Yo, that is just like. Here's the thing. I like it when shows do this because, to me, like that, I feel like rated R stuff have more potential to be better than PG-13 stuff because they got so much more creative freedom.
Yeah.
Because it's like PG-13, like you obviously have to, you don't want to go too far in something. It's like you're restricted. Here, you're not restricted anymore.
Yeah, for sure. Look,
Moment she was on screen.
And you haven't. I know for a fact there's scenes of her in Arkham, so we haven't even seen. We haven't even.
Yeah, so they confirmed that she was the Hangman killer. That's why she went. That's an Easter egg comics. So she was already a serial killer before, and that's why she went to him.
Seeing the stuff that's going to creep us out about Sophia.
Oh,
So excited.
And they're gonna show us later in the show her Arkham scenes. I think she gets shock therapy in one of the scenes. I think we see in the trailer. I'm not sure if they show her getting shock therapy.
Yo, that's gonna be intense.
Oh yeah.
my God. I come then when they set up like his meeting with the family and all that kind of stuff and the whole, I'm not going to go into big spoilers, but you know how Falcone's son plays into it. And then the plan he had that gets executed by the end. I'm like, what just happened? Okay, look, I'll say this. I have never been this taken with the start of a comic book show. Not
Dang.
Yeah.
Not
Like
Smallville.
the thing is, none of the Disney Plus shows.
Yo, whoa!
Start
Oh
off
my
the show with a
goodness!
bang.
That he name drops Smallville. It's like
Yeah, because if you watch the Marvel Disney Plus shows, none of them start off with a bang like the Pig one. You ready when the first 10 minutes, major character dies. Like, like you don't see that in the Marvel. I can't think of one Disney Marvel show where something like that happens. Not even one. Like, this show from the beginning made its impact. You know, like right at the beginning. Yeah, Smallville. Yeah, well, this Smallville CW. So CW is nowhere going to ever be as good as this.
here's the thing: Smallville was actually good CW compared to what came afterwards.
Yeah, but it ain't HBO. And I don't
Yeah,
think
no,
they
no, that is true. That is true. It's on HBO.
Small CW is like the minor leagues. HBO is like the big leagues.
Not Peacemaker, not anything.
Not a Disney appointment.
What's that?
Not a Disney appointment.
Not
Oh boy.
That's actually well
Oh, sorry.
executed,
Disney
right?
appointment.
Thank you, Jonathan, for being my English translator.
I think this is the strongest start to a quote unquote, and I'll put quotes on it, quote unquote comic book show series ever. And the reason I put in the title of this video, say one episode in and this could be the greatest comic book show ever, is because if they maintain this trajectory, and how many times have we seen shows start strong and finish weak? And maybe that happens here. But again, this is HBO. This is the network that gave us The Sopranos. This is the network that gave us some of the greatest television shows of all time.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to drop the
This
ball.
is the show that gave us season 9 of Game of Thrones. I'm kidding. Game of Thrones was good up to the last season.
On this.
And this is the same channel that gave us an ad.
And right now, this show is flat out spectacular. I went in with high expectations. It exceeded those expectations.
I love the dynamic that Boss is having with this kid, right? What's his name? Victor Aguilar. That's his name, right? I like the dynamic. It's like he's taking him under his wing, even though he didn't want to. But I like this dynamic. I want to see how it goes, man. I want to see how it goes. It's going to be like Victor's right-hand man once Oz is, well, supposedly the kingpin of Gotham.
The performance was incredible.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Oz's mom.
Oz is
Ooh.
Oz's mom.
Nightmare. Oh my gosh.
At first you're thinking, oh, okay, kind of stereotypical. Oh, the frail mother. No.
Listen, she seems like she's very
mean,
stable,
It is a very different type of.
very healthy upbringing.
Yeah. It's still a stereotype.
Mom's
the
always
brassy
not-
Italian
Positive,
Just the
mother.
nasty Italian
Yeah.
mother stereotype.
Positive reinforcement,
Moms know everything.
and
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's like, I'll say a line, but it's out of context. You won't know what it means. Are you a little pussy boy? I'm like, God, I'm getting flashbacks to my grandmother.
Wait, your grandmother used to call you a little pussy boy?
Oh shh.
I mean, should
I would pay
they
money to
already
see
give him
that.
the Emmy nomination?
Just give him the award
The
now.
Emmy nomination.
I mean-
for Colin
Dang.
Farrell, man, with all that makeup on to do all what he did, and even the first episode was great.
the whole time watching to this kid, I'm like, this looks like
See, I'm sorry. I love it. I like the MCU, but this is MCU worthy. This is an Emmy worthy show. There's nothing in the MCU that's Emmy worthy. I don't care how good an actor you have. Like this.
No, like to me, like if they made like a docu-series on making the MCU, that'd be the closest to getting an Emmy.
I mean, they have. Some of the shows have. I know WandaVision is got nominated for Emmys, but WandaVision got nominated for Emmys because it was a really weak year for Emmy
Yeah, because
nominated
it was
stuff.
because of COVID.
Yeah, so yeah, I know Loki did, and that's about it. I think maybe Miss Marvel. I don't know. And WandaVision didn't win anything though.
I don't think it would have deserved to have won anything to begin with.
I mean, Elizabeth Olsen was nominated for actress, but let's be honest, like I think she was good in WandaVision. But let's be honest, if there was no pandemic, she'd probably not be nominated for an actress for top actress in the Emmy for WandaVision. Just saying, like it's not like honestly, it's not really the actress or actress' fault. It's really that they're the stigma behind Marvel and Marvel. They don't see Marvel as serious. They only see Marvel as this big blockbuster event that's going to make theaters billions, right? That's it. But but everything else, it's just about money. Everything else, yeah. You know what? Yeah, not that big. I think they're a little jealous of Marvel, honestly. On the other hand, when it comes to DC, it's the same with DC, George, unless it's Batman. If it's Batman, they get Batman. They get Batman related stuff. They excuse the Batman stuff, George. They excuse Batman stuff.
Yeah.
I I just want I don't know I don't know what the reason why they kind of separate Batman from the rest of DC. Maybe it's because they see Batman is more realistic. I guess. Maybe because Batman of all the superhero characters that you can see have more realistic that can happen in a real setting. Batman is the kind of character.
Well, let's be honest. They started taking Batman seriously after Batman Begins.
Oh yeah.
That's when all of a sudden Batman got all the care in the world. Let's remind everyone when that really began, because remember before that, what was it? Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin was horrid. Well, horrible, whatever.
It was well. In the words of Charles Barkley, terrible.
Terrible.
It was
Yeah,
terrible.
for a few years, comic book movies in the late '90s were not good. Most of them were not good in the late '90s.
The Weekend Sun.
Oh my, that's exactly it. He totally looks like he's the Weekend's kid. No, he's Canadian, living in Gotham. I love it. Look, as a crime show, it kills it. Also, if you think right now, and again, I'm not going to give you any context, so it won't give any of the story away.
Batman's always been a crime genre, though. Always. Even these fighting characters like Killer Croc, Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy, it's always been a crime genre.
There's a mystery. There's all
Yeah. Seriously, Batman's always been that.
But if you think Colin Farrell's prosthetics look good when he has clothes on,
you're gonna love him naked.
You're gonna love him naked. I'm like, whoa! I just couldn't believe the full body prosthetics when he's naked. I'm like, what the hell?
It really worked on every inch.
Oh my God, Clancy Brown.
Did you grab your popcorn bucket?
Clancy Brown.
Oh yeah.
At that time, Clancy Brown was in 5 to 10 minutes, whatever. The guy still scares the shit out of me. Salvatore Maroni, despite being in prison, he could just reach over and choke you to death.
But here's the thing: people don't need to remember about Clancy Brown. You ever see the Shawshank Redemption?
Oh yeah.
Yo, remember he was that corrupt officer in that. Before he was Mr. Krabs and Lex Luthor, he was the corrupt officer.
Yeah.
He used to scare the shit out of me.
And he still has pull, even despite being in prison, still has pull power. It's because in the comics, Salvatore Maroni was not known to be an overly powerful physical guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But here, they changed that. They changed it. They made it look because Clancy Brown is not a small guy. He's not.
He's not.
He looks like a big, strong, intimidating guy, right? Even Eric Roberts is Salvatore Maroni, right? Because Eric Roberts was Salvatore Maroni was in The Dark Knight. Yeah, he had a lot of power and pull, but he didn't look like a big, physical, intimidating guy, right?
He was like, "You're looking for the Joker? You got to pick my legs."
You're looking for the Joker.
Oh my goodness. Listen, he was probably one of my favorite minor villains in a movie just for the way he talked.
Oh yeah.
You want the Joker? I can bring him to you.
that actual. It's funny. It's funny. The Falcons don't talk. I mean, the Falcons are Italian, but they don't sound. They don't have. They don't talk like a typical stereo American Italian, except Oz does, right? Oz sounds like a typical stereotypical American Italian, right? Like,
Yeah.
even though Oz, like the character, the penguin in the comics, he's not Italian at all. I think he's British. I think he's English. The cowboy has an English name, but they made him Italian because I guess every mobster has to be Italian for some reason, George. I don't know why. Like,
I mean, I'm Italian. I don't get offended by it.
I know.
I mean,
But I'm just saying there's other mobsters that are not Italian.
I mean, it could be worse. Like they could be saying it in the news media, like get the Italians out the streets because they're mobsters, and I'd be like, what?
Oh yeah.
Yo, like just imagine like that.
For
Like,
that scene.
Oh no. No.
He's so good.
Oh, the key just brings a power to
Yeah.
everything. He's
Yeah.
just got
that
that
voice.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
that
I always feel
rich
with-
voice.
I always feel with Clancy Brown, he's 1 second away from just grabbing you with one hand,
Yeah.
picking you up, and choking you.
Well,
Like,
that's the
he's just like
Kurgan,
a-
man. He's the
just
Kurgan.
So scary.
But the thing is, that's why your face. I mean, your face is red, man. If your face was blue, he probably did choke you.
I listen. Bottom line, I couldn't have been happier with the debut. I could not have been more thrilled. I absolutely loved it. And you know what? This makes a pretty good time because I'm really now quite enjoying Rings of Power season
Me
2
too.
It's
after
so
being so
good.
disappointed
Yeah,
in
me
season
too.
I
1.
really like it.
Agatha All Along,
Right.
which I've been so disappointed with Disney Plus series lately, but Agatha All Along is pretty solid. And just the cherry on top, this brilliant Penguin series. It's a good time to be a TV
I
fan.
actually like the first 2 episodes. I mean, they're
I'm not laughing about that. I'm just laughing about the mwah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't tell if Campea is ever passionate or just overacting. Like, I can never tell with the man if he truly like loves something or not.
Yeah.
Plus,
You
because
still-
I was behind,
Mhm.
I'm watching Shogun too. So I'm
Oh,
just
so you're
like,
having a good time. Well, and you need to add Bad Monkey to the mix. You got to catch up
I
on
keep
that.
hearing nothing but good things
It's
about
so
it.
good. I think you'd really like
That
it.
drops weekly too.
That's
Bad
weekly,
Monkey?
yeah.
What day is that?
Wednesdays.
Okay.
Well, they're about
yeah.
I'm trying to fill all the
5
days.
episodes, 5 or 6 episodes
yeah.
in now,
Yeah.
or
You guys.
yeah. So it
You
does.
guys work at you work at an entertainment show daily, and you don't know what stuff. Come on.
Come on, man! Like, you gotta be on top of this stuff, dude. You host a
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
I think Grace Randolph is starting to get more on top of stuff than you,
Oh,
and I don't even like her.
come on.
Get your act
Yeah.
together, camper.
Doesn't matter what day
Yeah.
it drops.
It's
I
very
can
true.
start
You can just
watching
catch
right
up,
now.
but it's good.
Where is it? What's it on again?
Apple TV
That's
Plus.
It's on
Apple.
Apple TV.
Yeah.
Man, they're killing it too.
They're
And I've
doing
got
great.
my weekly of Only Murders. So
Yep. Which
great.
is so fun this
That's a
season.
good
Oh my
show,
gosh.
too.
And
But-
a little heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Again, I mean, it mixes everything. Great crime thriller. There's, I won't say why, but there's
The Hulu stuff on Disney is the best stuff for Disney, honestly. The best quality. If you want good
Well,
quality.
because like Hulu is on a similar level that, well, maybe not similar, but almost closer to the level of HBO than Disney Plus ever would be.
Yeah.
They're more experienced.
Yeah.
there's a little bit of a heist element to it, just the way he pulls off a plan. The character dynamics are great. The crime family lore is great. Sophia is awesome. Guys, we want to take a second to thank our sponsors. Get
comic book and you think it's going to be made for kids.
ask you where you heard.
It's been one of these things that lends itself to so many different genre type of things. So when people say, but it's a comic book show, it's the same way that people approach animation, go, but it's a cartoon. Or you
Yeah.
hear comic book and you think it's going to be made for kids.
I-
Comic books for years have been telling horrific, gritty, nasty.
Comic books are not for kids.
Like, how many times have we said that on our streams?
They're never. They haven't been for kids for 40 years, man. 80s, 70s, 80s, whatever, man. It haven't been for kids. Man, I can even argue Batman 1989 is not even for kids, man. Something the Joker does in that film, you think that's for kids?
Yo, and Cartoon Network likes to show that movie.
Who?
Cartoon Network, they like to show that movie.
I'm just saying, yeah, you know what I'm saying, George, because Batman 89, you remember when he electrocutes one of the mobsters with the buzzer? And you see what the mobster looks like, burnt, all electrocuted? Like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Now get out of here.
The pig one literally bites the guy's nose. Like,
Yo, but Batman Returns was just on a different level of weird.
Batman, I argue Batman's not what he meant for kids. Superman, you maybe could get it. Superman is more kid friendly than Batman. Look, go watch it sideways. Go watch it as best as you can. But like, yes, and Marvel is starting to get away. The MCU for the past few years is starting to get away with this. Starting to get away with, oh, this is for kids. It's not. Marvel's not for kids, man. You know what, Agatha? I don't know if you know this. They show out Catherine Hahn's ass. But naked ass. Thank you. They do. The first episode, they show her naked ass.
Ooh.
Yeah. Is that for kids?
Yeah, I shouldn't have done the ooh out loud. Sorry,
I was surprised they would do that. Honestly, I was like shocked. I was really surprised. I know in Thor they did that, right? Love and Thunder they show Thor's ass, but I'm surprised they did with this show. Like,
I feel like there's like a different standard when it comes to men versus women and revealing parts of their body.
yeah.
It's like with a man, it's like it's meant for comedy, but when it's done to a woman, it's like, how dare you?
In PG-13, you're allowed to get away with showing ass, right? In PG-13 stuff, I think you're allowed to get away with showing ass. I think. Because Thor Love and Thunder is PG-13, and they showed ass, right? I think you're allowed to get away with showing ass with PG stuff, right? PG-13.
Well, don't forget, well, I mean, it was CGI ass, but remember Thor Ragnarok showed Hulk's giant green ass.
Yeah. I think it's the frontal stuff you're in PG-13 you're not allowed, like, you can't show.
Stories, and it's one of the reasons why it's such a popular IP to mine from. So it makes sense that this is such a killer show.
I mean,
great
look,
source material.
I kept putting it through that filter, and I was thinking like, well, can you really say like, well, this is like Sopranos, but it's still a comic book? It's like, I don't know, because there's a certain scene I was talking to John about before, and I won't say what it is, but it's just like when he said the line to the kid, I'm like, oh my god, that's like a moment where Tony Soprano's
well,
gonna do
no,
something bad,
we could say without context. One character says to another. So for those of you who have seen the show, you'll know what we're talking about. One character says to another, "Look at the sunrise."
Right. I got chills.
Yeah, they took that from Mice and Men. You watched Mice and Men?
No, I haven't.
Oh yeah, it's similar from Mice and Men.
Body trembled. My whole body went.
It's time to bring.
Oh, your whole body went to the
business
advertisement.
At National, you're in control, so you can mix.
This is one of the creepiest things it was so good.
What I'm impressed with what the show did is the transition from the Batman to this show was seamless. It feels like Star Wars when they get a Star Wars show out. It doesn't belong even in the same vicinity.
Yeah, sometimes it feels
as the
disjointed.
movies. Like I'm talking about as in colors, setting, and everything. This felt like
it's just plug and play.
That's because Star Wars is a bigger universe. This is just gonna be a self-contained Batman universe. You're not gonna explore Superman. You're not gonna explore Wonder Woman. You're not gonna explore any other characters. This is just gonna be a self-contained universe where Star Wars is not. Right? There's gonna be other things going on and other characters getting stuff. This is just Batman-centric stuff. It's all Batman. The DCU is more like Star Wars stuff, right, George?
Yeah.
That's why, Bray. That's why.
put it at the back of Batman and just have like one jump cut.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Go straight into this, and it'll be the same world, the same thing, just without Batman.
By the way, I want to address
actually-
something.
Yeah, but they don't say the reason why. Like if I was panel, I would say, yeah, but I was telling to Ray and be like, that's because this is gonna be a like I just said a minute ago. You heard it, George. You heard the chat. I'll just say to Ray, be like as a reply. It's not to like it's not as a challenge or anything. I'll just like I'll just say to him, yeah, that's because Batman. This is gonna be a self-contained Batman world universe, where Star Wars is trying to make a big ultimate universe with a bunch of other different characters. Here, I'll just tell him, yeah, but you're not going to hear Superman. You're not going to see like Wonder Woman. You know, it's going to be a small Batman world. That's it. And I'll just tell him the DCU is going to be more like Star Wars. That's it. That's it.
Thing that's in the live chat here.
Go ahead.
Somebody wrote, and again, I'm going to go into strict detail because, I don't want to give too much away, but
Good fucking
somebody
spoilers.
wrote in the live chat, why would Penguin make a random kid his partner? I have to ask, are you paying attention? Because he did not make him his partner. He clearly makes him his lackey.
Yeah. Penguin makes it his partner. George, yeah, the kid's partner, huh? No, it's kid's partner. He was going to...
But there was a beautiful thing of writing. This is when you know you're dealing with high-level writing. They don't say it out loud. They leave it to the audience to figure it out.
Campea getting all sophisticated now. He thinks because he likes a great show so much, he's this intellect. He's Kyrie Irving.
Because they know the audience isn't stupid. When he's talking to this kid that we've seen in all the trailers and promotion, the kid stutters.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Nice little.
And
nice
they
little bit.
didn't need to go
Nope.
into this
Of course the kid was stuttering, man. The Penguin versus Agatha of Hong. There are some people doing that. I did it as a joke. Okay. I did it as a joke. But there are some people doing the Penguin versus like I said, Agatha is a fine show, but it's not Penguin.
Well, what is the Penguin?
Yeah.
Compared to
what is the Penguin? Yeah.
all these other wacky, weird shows.
position. Wow, this kid has a stutter.
No.
I have had a problem too.
Martha.
I find myself really. They didn't have to say all that.
Why did you stutter?
If you're paying attention,
The kid just skipped mine. Of course he was stutter.
like the moment that kid started to stutter, you see a slight change in Colin Farrell's facial expression.
Yeah.
And without having to do this is higher level writing when you don't have to write it. Because instead of then explain-o-visioning it to the audience, if you're paying attention, it's like Cobb sees something in this kid that he recognizes about himself.
Yeah.
And in that moment,
Yeah, that kid, it represents Cobb at one point. Oz. That kid represents Oswald at one point. That's the reason why. That's the reason between the two, the connection between the two.
there's a connection. And again, he does not make the kid his partner. He says to him several times, the moment you don't do something I'm going to gut you like a fish. Like, he's not his partner, he's his lackey. But like, to me, like somebody saying, well, this is stupid writing. Why would you make his kid? No, this is higher level writing that might be beyond you.
Yeah, like Rebel
It's
Moon.
like really, really high level.
Well, and his
Rebel Moon.
his
That's why
performance.
the guys in the chat not working in Hollywood.
I'm John
Performance
Kippy and
too.
I know everything.
You just
Yeah, I'm drunk. Oh yeah, John Campea, I know everything.
he's in heavy makeup, and yet you can still see in his eyes and his eyebrows when he's shifting from like feeling sentimental to all of a sudden like I'm really pissed off, or
Yeah.
I think you may know something I didn't want you to know, or it's so expressive even with all that makeup.
That's a huge credit to those makeup artists too, working with him to make sure that he can move his face enough.
I do wonder, just real quick, just running off of Ray's thing where it's almost like plug and play. You could intercut it. There's a scene where
Yes.
he is looking out the window at the flooded city. That scene is also in the Batman. If you cut out the graveyard farewell scene and you had him like about consolidating power, and he's looking out, you could just intercut
Then
this
we're
show right into
immediately
that.
Into
By the way,
No Man's Land Batman.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need somebody to confirm this. This is why I love our live chat so much. As I was watching the show, I had this itch in my brain. Where do I know this kid from? Where do I know this kid from? Culture Healers in the live chat saying, he's the kid from Runaways. I'm like,
That's the kid from Runaways? Well,
where I knew. Can you confirm
He ran
that
away
for
in the
me?
Penguin
Ray,
comic.
can you
the
just
Runaway Marvel show? I don't watch. Who's he in the Marvel?
I never seen Runaways.
double check that?
Yeah.
He's the lead kid from Runaways, now a little bit more grown up. And I'm like,
Oh, let me see. Let me check. What's this kid's name? Vinny Feliz. Yeah, he's in Marvel Runaways. Alex Wilder, yeah. You know what I thought he first was in the show? I thought he was that kid from the beginning of Batman, with the paint.
Yo, that's what I was thinking as well.
but I'm pretty sure he didn't grow hair. I'm pretty sure he didn't grow hair that fast, huh? Like, because we know the Batman, like, the Batman film, we know the time that the place in the film wasn't that long, and we know that in the show, this takes basically a few days or a week after the Batman. So I'm pretty his hair cannot be that. He cannot grow hair that fast. But I did think it was him. But I'm like, yeah, his hair can't grow that fast.
it's just one of those things where it's like, of course that's the kid from. Yeah,
Yeah,
oh
it
my
is.
god.
You know what?
You
What I'm wondering about this show? My final kind of thought on it is like we just talked about the opening. It was great because you're bringing audiences in with that Batman theme and the events that are happening. But now we're in this world. It's like we've transitioned. They could either leave this series, focus on the Penguin. I wonder if they bookend this series at the end of episode, whatever the last episode is, with the Batman theme, because now it's like the Batman is not that he's appearing in this, but the
going back to
events
that
that take
story?
place have now caught his attention.
You think we'll see the Gotham
cool.
police chief in this?
James Gordon?
Maybe. That would make sense. But Gordon's not the chief yet.
Oh yeah.
He's not commissioner yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we might not see him.
So, I mean, they could.
Who is? I thought the commissioner died. Didn't he get killed? But didn't Wither kill him? Or is that the sergeant? I don't know. He killed one of the higher. Did he kill one of the police chiefs? One of the higher ups in the police force?
I know he killed. I gotta rewatch the Batman. It's been a while since I rewatched that as well.
Yeah.
I know we're not. I'm like Matt Reeves has said we're not going to see Batman. Like we're not going to see Matt Reeves.
I would love to see
Or so we're not going to see Robert Pattinson. But I don't think he said anything about seeing
Matt Reeves. We're not gonna see Matt Reeves. That's funny.
like Jeffrey Wright could pop up in it, or some
Absolutely.
other of the cop characters from the movie could pop up in it as well.
If it's talking about cop characters pop up in there, should pop up Officer Martinez.
Yo, oh my goodness. Yo, bring him back. Yo, bring back the real
Do
go.
you follow that account, Officer Martinez account?
Yo, I mean, yeah, I used to. I don't know if I still do because I had to switch Twitter accounts. I gotta see. Oh, you don't have HBO, man? That's why you can't watch it? Yeah, this video's almost over.
Also, it's possible. Anyway, guys, question is for you.
Okay, he's gonna ask.
What did you think?
All right, let's get rid of this. That's just gonna ask. All right, we're there. Beetlejuice is here.
What do you think of this?
You know what? It feels like Beetlejuice 2 came out a long time ago for some reason.
Yo, it does. Well, now Transformers is out, so.
Isn't me or is this month going fast?
No, month's going fast.
Oh my god, yeah. You don't have HBO, man? Sideways?
I just renewed my HBO last night, and I watched The Penguin this morning.
So, it has potential to be the best comic book show, obviously. It does. I mean, I think every comic book show has potential if it's not released yet.
Got to clean up that room then sideways.
Yeah. Look, yeah, sideways.
You messy room. You know what the answer to that is. You got to clean up.
Wait a minute. HBO Max. There's two separate things in America.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I'm up on Max, so I don't know because I guess like the shows that were under the original HBO brand before it turned into Max. I don't know. I don't know how that works, to be honest.
Oh. Do you have like HBO channels, or do you have? Oh,
We do. I know. I know. There was like. I know. I used to
okay, yeah.
because I
Like,
remember
I watched.
like during the first couple months of COVID, they offered those channels for free.
Oh yeah, see, I live in a condo, right? Um, for a few years we had free HBO. Then they took it away, right? And then once the pandemic came, they gave us HBO for free, and we still have it. They're not taking it away.
He found his remote.
Oh, good. I got an HBO channel. Like free. I'm so happy I get free HBO Max. So damn happy. I don't have to pay for that. HBO.
Hey, I got to clean up my room as well, sideways. So don't be ashamed. I was just joking.
You think my room's clean? I mean, like my room is a mess too.
Listen, like I only show like part of my room when I do my videos. I don't show my whole room.
I, yeah, I don't show. Yeah. You don't see me. You won't see the rest of my room when I stream or do videos in my room. You only see some of it. you you'll see what's like.
Maybe in the future I'll show off my whole DVD collection.
Oh yeah,
It's a big collection. I'm just saying.
I got a lot of collection stuff too, man. Not just DVDs, but like sports cards.
Yo, I got a big ass Yu-Gi-Oh card collection. I don't know if
Oh,
you remember Yu-Gi-Oh. Like I got like after 18 years of collecting Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I finally acquired the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon
nice.
earlier this year. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon.
Yeah, nice. You got
Listen. I'm a one thing I don't really talk about on my channel is that I'm a big Yu-Gi-Oh fan. At least like the original Yu-Gi-Oh, and like I just love collecting the cards still.
I used to collect Pokemon and Digimon.
Oh, I love Pokemon as well. Yo, actually, like my after school class, we calling ourselves the Pikachus this year.
Nice.
Because I'm like, I don't want to go with a Disney name. I don't want to go with a food name. I was in a Pokemon mood before I went back to work, so I'm like,
they're suing World Pokemon.
oh, good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, all I could say is like, I don't know if you used to watch the Pokemon anime. My favorite character was always Gary Oak, the rival.
I watched
like Ashy Boy.
I
Listen,
watched it. You're doing Netflix is doing live action.
Oh
Pokemon.
my goodness. Yo, but look, Gary Oak was like the only 10-year-old who had his own car, had his own fan club. He had
his own car.
He had his own car. Well, like he had 10 badges when you only needed 8 badges.
Ash Ketchum has been like, it's been like, but Pokemon series has been like 20, 25 years, and Ash Ketchum's been the same age.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
It's like The Simpsons, right? And The Simpsons.
Or Family Guy. How long has Stewie been a freaking baby?
He never ate. And some stuff is canon, and Simpsons is canon, right? Because Mom Flanders is dead, and all those other characters.
Well, it's like the Family Guy canon is so weird because I don't know, like this was like a weird episode. I don't know if you ever heard or saw the episode about when Brian went back in time to prevent 9/11 from happening.
Yeah.
So like they go back in time to the pilot, which I think was like 1999. So like he tells Brian from the 1999 first episode, prevent 9/11. And then like basically what happened was like years later, because like 9/11 was prevented, George W. Bush lost the 2004 election. So like you go forward like a few more years later, it's like Stewie's still a baby, like 5 years after 1999, and then many years later, he's still a baby.
Yeah.
Like, good Lord. Like, here's the thing. Like, they brought up, Obama was president because Lois said to her, to someone, I voted for Obama once. It's like, okay, so at least by 2008, Stewie's still a baby 9 years later.
Hmm.
Like, good Lord.
Yeah. All right. That's 11:20. Okay. So I'll end it here. Yeah, I'm gonna end it here, George. Where can we find you?
You can find me at the George. Tomorrow I'm going to be reviewing Transformers 1. I think the following weekend I might actually do a double 2 videos. I think I'll do my Funko Pop collection, and because Joker 2 is coming out, I think I'm going to review the first Joker, share my thoughts on that. But yeah, tomorrow Transformers 1 review, and yeah, that was a great movie.
Yeah.
I highly recommend you guys check that one out because it is awesome.
Yeah. Tomorrow I might do another stream. I think I have a topic for tomorrow. I think it's gonna be Eric July. Eric July, and it's gonna be about Agatha. I think I might go with that tomorrow. But yeah, and that always means Wednesdays, if you can, there'll be an after show for Agatha. Thursday is not going to be after for Penguin because we know Penguin's going to be on Sundays. Only the premieres on Thursday. So next Sunday will most likely be an after show for the Penguin. But yeah,